One of the concepts of minimalism that really struck me when I was first watching and learning about minimalism was the concept that our things, having extra of our things, what we don't need, actually costs us in the long run. And for a long time we had been of the mindset that, you keep extra. If there's a sale at the grocery store for something super reduced, you get more than one because you're getting a good deal and it'll last. And while there is truth in that, especially with groceries, I fully support having a full pantry. But when it comes to your belongings, how many sets of sheets do we really need for every bed in the house? And when I really stopped to think about it, I realized that managing our belongings was actually making us more miserable than maybe the slight inconvenience that it would have been to have to go and get, something that we didn't have, for the off chance that it might be a need. So it took us a solid year to declutter, and before that, we had acquired a lot of things from other family members that were mixed in with our stuff, and that was partly why we had so much stuff, because we were carrying around other people's belongings and it was overwhelming. But we also kept those things because we might need it and it might come in handy. Whatever the thinking was, in the long run, we realized that it was really just hurting our family. It wasn't actually helping us in the way we thought it was supposed to. When you have excess, when you have a surplus, you have a stock of whatever. We didn't need the stock. We needed time together as a family. We needed time to play and not feel guilt for, if we play, then that means we're neglecting the dishes. If we do the dishes, we're neglecting quality time spent together. And while you can do dishes and have quality time together, that's not just something that your 5-year-old would understand when they want to play with their toys. So as it is currently, we are still learning to be minimalists and think like a minimalist, and it's a work in progress. But I have noticed, we have noticed, I think all three of us, that we are a little bit lighter. We have pause, and we have intention, and we have fun like we weren't able to before, because we were so burdened before. And we still have burdens, we still have heartache that we deal with, but the overarching hope was that if we were to declutter, downsize, and have less, then it would allow us the space to feel the heartache, feel those burdens without it distracting so much from the joyful things in life that we really wanted to experience together again. So now that we sold our house at this point about 2 months ago and have downsized drastically, we live in a bus, and we still have things we have to sort and things we have to, our sentimental belongings, things that are really important to us, we will be keeping those in storage. But the large majority of our everyday use items, that sort of thing, aren't really part of our life anymore. And that's okay. We don't need 3 glass pitchers. We don't need, 20 pot holders. We don't need dozens of shoes per person and clothing that just, piles high because I don't have the energy to put it away once it's washed. So those sorts of things are really helping us to find each other again and to process the things we've been through that have been really hard. It just gives us the space and the time that we didn't have before. And that's the one thing with learning about minimalism that really, really made sense to me and made me think, oh, yeah, I want that for our family, because we hadn't had it really ever. And then by the time we were, really becoming parents and wanting to spend a lot of quality time together, we had major tragedies in our life that took away from that promise, and we had to work really hard to find it for ourselves. And we did. And we're working on it. We're learning. We're making mistakes. But there's freedom in it. There's room to grow now where there wasn't before. Thanks for watching. We love to connect and hear from you all. And yeah. Thanks so much for following along. See you guys later.